Hey everyone, I'm popping in here for a quick reading for you guys. I'm going to be doing a divine feminine reading, but masculines, you're welcome as well. It's just the divine feminine energy. Now, I've been kind of sitting here in some energy, contemplating some things after I just got done with the last couple of readings, and there's something that's still kind of on my mind here, okay? So I want to talk a little bit about negative emotions, okay? Negative emotions are a human experience, okay? We're talking about things like jealousy, envy, anger, okay? Everybody feels these emotions, and there's nothing wrong with the emotion, okay? But there's something here about a certain framework or a pattern that I've noticed here when it comes to the people that are trying to create chaos in someone's life, okay? And it has to do with weaponizing human emotion, right? So the thing is, the human emotion of jealousy, of envy, of anger isn't really what's driving here, okay? What's important is the way that we react to these emotions, right? So it doesn't really matter how healed of a person you are. I can't even sit here, and I'm not going to sit here and pretend like, you know, healed people don't feel jealous. Healed people don't feel envious of other people. I've felt that way. You have felt that way. Everybody on this earth at one point or another has felt jealous of someone else, has felt envious, okay, has felt anger. Now, when it comes to things like jealousy and envy, and anger, there's always different ways to deal with that emotion, right? Deal with those kind of emotions. At the heart of it all, though, those are very dense emotions. They're very heavy emotions, and the way that we deal with emotions, we have to kind of go back to the basics of like alchemizing, okay? Or transmuting or transforming the energy, because at the end of the day, it is energy, but it's very uncomfortable energy because the emotions are very uncomfortable, negative, okay? So we have to channel them, right? We have to channel them. Now, with things like jealousy and envy, where does that come from, right? It comes from a feeling of lack. It comes from a feeling of insecurity. It comes from seeing something with someone else or what someone else has and feeling like we lack that, or we don't have that, or we wish we could have that, right? So that's where the channeling comes in. How are you going to deal with that emotion? Okay, how are you going to deal with envy? What is it going to do with you? Are you going to channel it into a negative pursuit, or are you going to see and you're going to try and understand why you feel that way, right? So let's just take a pretty broad example here. We're on social media, okay? We're social media generation. So this is a topic that comes up a lot, I feel like, especially in today's day and age, where if you have a partner, let's say you have a partner, it's reminding me of this video I saw the other day of this girl who made a TikTok or something like that, where she like called out some girl that was following her boyfriend on TikTok or something like that, right? So when we have a partner and we see that our partner is following other women, okay, or the other opposite sex, or they are following them, some people get jealous depending on what kind of a relationship that is, right? And try to undermine that kind of contact, okay? Now, where does that come from? It comes from jealousy or insecurity, right? We start to feel insecure, because if you were secure, in yourself and in your relationship, you wouldn't even be worried about things like that. That's just an example, okay? But that's one of the things that comes to mind today. It happens a lot, I've noticed. So we can use that emotion of jealousy and insecurity to either, in the negative sense, try to control the other person, right? To make ourselves feel better, control the other person so that we feel more secure, or, and this is the harder path, is looking within, looking at our own insecurities, asking ourselves why? Why is it bothering us so much? Why is it bothering me so much? Why do I care if my partner follows this person? Why am I jealous of this person? Is it the way that they look? What is it that I am seeing there that I feel like I'm lacking, right? So you have to work on your own security, and you have to work on the way that you see yourself and your own self-worth. Because if it gets to a point where you value yourself and you know who you are and you know why your partner loves you and is with you, you're not going to feel threatened by things like that, right? That's just an example. It goes the same way with like things like anger, okay? So we feel angry and we need an output, or we need a channel. You can try and keep it to yourself, okay? If you have learned to master your own emotions, you can usually self-soothe yourself out of that, right? Or you can channel it even just through a thing of like thought processing or journaling, right? But you have to you do have to process the emotion one way or the other. Even if you are just self-soothing or processing through the mind, it's not something that can just be like pushed down within you, okay? Now, if you haven't gotten to that point yet where you can really self-regulate your anger and you can channel it through thought processing, and you feel like you need an outlet, what a lot of people do with anger is that they will confront the other person, right, that they're angry with, because word of mouth and spoken mouth is a channel, okay? It's the same way that when you're sad and you cry, you feel better because you had an output. It came out, right? And it's the same way with anger. Sometimes we think if we say something, we'll feel better. It's a channel. Now, the complete extreme of anger is then, not just wanting to confront someone, but wanting to fight someone, wanting to channel it through physical stimulus. Okay, we'll just put it that way. I'm going through these different kind of reactions, okay? Even with like jealousy and envy. Let's say envy, right? Envy, when we see something that someone has that we wish we had, right? They have a nice car and they have a better car than we do. We get envious, right? And again, you gotta catch yourself in that emotion and how you're processing that emotion. What does it do with you? Does the envy then turn into resentment? Okay, do you get mad at the other person? And want to channel it in a way of telling yourself that they don't deserve that, and you want to ruin it for them because of your envy? Or can you transmute that emotion by asking yourself, what is it that I'm envying, okay? Or what is stopping me from being able to also have that, right? Is it finances? Is it what is it? Okay, you have to kind of figure out, why am I feeling this way, right? And if you have envy, you can always channel that into a positive direction where you then use it to better yourself, okay? Because nothing is stopping you. The sky's the limit, right? And with envy and jealousy, it's kind of the same thing. It's kind of like you are single maybe, and you see a couple walking down the street and you get jealous because you wish you had a relationship like that. These are like, there's extremes then, okay? So the extreme reaction of that would be then thinking like, oh, nobody deserves to have a relationship, I'm gonna ruin it for them, thinking it'll make you feel better when it's actually not, right? Or you transmute that emotion and think, okay, I'm happy for them, it's great, love is great, right? But there's no need to be jealous of that, because that can also come to you if you're in the right energy to receive that, right? There's something here important in the message about how we react to negative emotions. Okay, because I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I'm holier than thou and jealousy and envy is wrong. Okay, or it's bad to feel that way, or you know, you're a bad person if you get angry sometimes, or if you feel jealous. Everybody feels that way. Everybody at one point or another feels jealous, feels envious, feels angry. But it's how we react to the emotion that makes a difference. Okay? And also, it's the extreme of the reaction, right? I mean, we have to have some sort of an output, but there's many different ways to have an output or to channel that energy, okay, or channel that emotion. And the best way to do it is to find out how you can transmute that emotion or channel that emotion in a way that will give you more of a positive result afterwards, right? So like if you're envious of that girl's hair, you're envious, okay? So what are you gonna do? Are you gonna go the extreme? Are you gonna try and ruin her hair, right? So that, you know, you can both feel like shit? Or are you gonna say, oh my God, I want her hair. What can I do to make me feel better about myself so that I don't have to feel that way, right? I can love my hair. I can appreciate my hair. And I feel like it has a lot to do with gratitude, right? Just the practice of gratitude really helps kind of negate those emotions. Because when you're grateful for the things that you have, it doesn't come up as often anymore that you feel jealous of someone else. But while you're along your journey and while you're on your path, it does come up. We cannot like deny reality, okay? We can't sit here and pretend that, oh, I never get jealous. No, I've never been jealous. I'm not jealous of her. I've never been jealous of her. That's not really the healthy way to deal with that emotion either, okay? Is to deny that it exists. I feel like it's okay to admit that maybe you have been jealous of someone in the past, or you were envious of someone in the past. But I feel like that's not even what should be the deciding factor, okay? Rather than how did you react to that emotion, okay? Now, why I want to talk about the art of like transmuting and transforming and alchemizing those kind of negative emotions is because I am a firm believer in up-leveling, okay? Bettering, working on yourself and processing the emotion, why you feel that way, so that you can use what you've learned to better yourself, okay? Or to feel better about yourself, right? Because if you're stuck in a state of feeling jealous, feeling envious of what other people have, or that'll just put you in a lack mindset. All that's going to do is hold up a mirror all day, all the time, to why you feel like you are in lack in some sort of way, or something that's lacking in your life. And the only way that you're going to get out of those emotions is if you do something to change it, right? But in the sense that you do something for your own life or for yourself that gets you out of that feeling, because you feel more secure with what you have and you become more grateful for what you have, right? So if you're envious of where someone else lives or what someone else has, you need to look at your own life and your own environment to see what you can change so that you are happy with what you have or where you are. And if you're not, what can you do to change that? Jealousy and envy and just sitting in the emotions isn't going to do anything. And neither is going the complete opposite direction of wanting to tear someone else down. That's not going to make any kind of a positive result in your life either, right? I feel like a lot of us in the collective, we deal a lot with people that when they have these negative emotions of jealousy, of envy, of anger, they turn to revenge. Okay, and that seems to be somehow a pretty big theme that keeps coming out, is their need and their thirst for revenge. Because for them, that seems to be for them, it seems to be some sort of an avenue where they believe they're going to get to the top quicker, or they're going to get what they want quicker. And it's that whole thing that I was talking about. They feel like tearing someone else down is going to make themselves feel better instead of actually working on their own life, okay? Transmuting and alchemizing those feelings of jealousy and envy. You and them, okay? You and these people, you feel the same emotions. You're both human, okay? You're not holier than thou. They're not, everybody as a human feels human emotions. The same way that you feel happiness, you feel sadness, you feel anger and frustration and jealousy, so do they. But the thing is, how do we react? And that seems to make a pretty big difference here in this whole scenario, is how do we choose to react to the emotions? Okay, now one thing that's not really sitting right with me now, thinking about these last couple of readings, is they are weaponizing these emotions and trying to make it seem like the fact that you were jealous in the past of someone, that is the sin, okay? And that's why I'm doing this video and this intro, is because the emotion of jealousy at its core is not the sin. It's how we react to the emotion. Now, they're trying to weaponize a time in your life where you might have felt jealous of someone and are trying to use it to fit their narrative that you are someone that is vengeful, or that you were someone that then wanted revenge, okay, on someone else because you felt a certain way. Now, that's where this becomes dangerous territory, right? Because you cannot just take an emotion, okay? It's kind of like saying, let's say you know about someone from their past that when they were in high school, they were jealous of Tina and her football player boyfriend, okay? That this person was jealous of that, I feel like that's not the sin. What's wrong here is that someone here is then saying, oh, they were jealous, and because they were jealous, they tried to burn Tina's locker to the ground, and they ruined everything, and then they burned all the inside of the locker, and then they keyed the car, and then they did all this crazy shit because they were jealous. Do you get what I'm saying? You don't know that, okay? You don't know. Tina could have been jealous. Yeah, maybe she was jealous, but she didn't do anything. She might have just sat on the sidelines and cried and thought, why can't that be my life? Why can't I have a high school football quarterback be my boyfriend, right? And felt sad and felt envious and jealous. But now everybody that is listening to this person thinks that Tina is this vengeful, hateful person that is out for revenge or wanted to ruin someone's life because they were jealous. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I feel that is so manipulative, okay? But this is the pattern that I've noticed with these people, is that they use actual things that you went through, actual human emotions that they have felt as well in their life, but they weaponize them in a way where they will then create an entire narrative around a feeling or a thing that you have been through, and then they will try to create lies that they then justify with something that you felt in that time, right? So I don't even really want to focus with this reading on what they are saying, okay, and how they're trying to paint you out to be a person. If anything, I think that in this message, we should talk about and focus on reactions, okay? How do you react to the feeling of jealousy? How do you react to envy? Because like I said, everybody feels it. I have felt it. You have felt it. It's normal. We don't need to pretend like it doesn't exist, right? How do we react to anger? Okay. And what can we do to improve ourselves or our lives so that, we can help regulate ourselves and our emotions a little bit better, right? So, okay, so let's see if we can get a divine feminine here to help me channel this message for you guys. was a lot. Hold on, this is 4. This is too many. Just 1, please. Okay, we have 2 that flipped over. We have Bridget, the goddess of the eternal flame. I am an eternal flame, and each day my light grows brighter. And then we have Rita of Cassia, the patroness of impossible causes. I am miraculous. My prayers create powerful channels of possibility. The white buffalo calf woman at the bottom. The prophetess of the sacred way. My heart is a compass. The path of love is true abundance. Okay, I'll take these 2. Let's see. Bridget. Okay, I'm going to skip to when your soul selects her card. There's that moment when you're making your way through the dark, and suddenly, after what feels like days or months or even years, a ray of light comes through to you. Lightning happens. Each step isn't quite as hard to make as the one before, and you feel a great shift begin, as if now you're headed towards something new, something even brighter. Bridget is the essence of that first flame, that first ray of light. Bridget reminds us that the darkness never lasts. Yeah, that's kind of giving me the processing, right? Once you start to go within with emotions, especially the negative emotions, and you start to ask yourself, why do I feel that way, right? I feel like that takes time too, okay? A lot of people sit for a very long time in anger, in jealousy, in things like envy, and they don't process why they feel that way. They feel it, but they don't go within to really pick it apart. So the first thing that you need to do is to have that realization that the feeling is there, right? And then you have to ask yourself, what are you going to do with that feeling? You have to understand, why do you feel that way? What is it exactly that is making you feel that way? Is it the person? Is it something that you feel like is lacking within you? Something lacking in your environment? Why is this triggering? You have to understand the trigger, right? Because once you find that first trigger and you start to unbind it or unwind it a little bit, okay, you start to understand it so that you can change it. Each step after that isn't quite as hard as to make as the one before, because you can start to heal through that trigger, because that's what jealousy is, envy is, and anger is. At the end of the day, it's something that is triggering you. Okay, and it's usually not even that thing that set you off in the first place. It's usually something way deeper than that, right? So it's like, this is just going to be a wild made up example, right? But it's like, let's say you're at a Christmas party and you're sitting there with your friends or with, like, you know, your close family or something like that, and your aunt gives you and your sister or your brother presents, and you get jealous of the present that they got because you feel like it's better, right? And it like does something with you, like it really like bothers you, like, why did they get that better present, and why didn't they consider me and how I feel, or why do I feel like they put in more effort for this other present? And it's like, sometimes that'll even trigger a wound in you, and all of a sudden you'll be like, oh, it reminds me of when I grew up and they always got the better present. It's always happened to me, right? So then all of a sudden that small event is like triggering a waterfall of emotion in you, because you feel like it always happens to you, right? And it's like you always pull the short end of the stick. So then that's what you kind of have to go into, right? Kind of all of a sudden it's not about the present, but it's the fact that you feel like people are always putting in more effort towards someone else's presence and they don't consider what you like, right? Yeah, something like that, right? So Bridget's eternal flame represents the truth that the light never leaves us and can never be extinguished. It simply gets obscured or blocked from us. She reminds us that every day is actually filled with light. There are many days and times in our lives when we endure thick cloud cover, when that flame that exists within us is blocked by pain or confusion. Yeah. Because then, exactly like what I said with gratitude, right? Gratitude. When you feel grateful for the things that you have or the things that you receive, or realize that everything is like in divine order, right? That feeling can dissipate a lot faster. Like, for example, this Christmas party thing, right? If you're grateful for the present that you received, even if you feel like it's not as good as the other person, but you're still grateful, and you realize or you accept the truth that there's a reason why you received this gift, and there's a reason why that person received that gift, even if you don't understand it yet, that helps dissipate that negative emotion, right? So Bridget is a sweet sound that reaches us in the dark and reminds us that we have never been on this journey alone. Bridget is our sign that the dawn is here, because we have made it through the dark winter. We can lift our head, the healing has happened, and now each day and next day is bound to be brighter. What allows me to feel light more often every day? Yeah, gratitude most likely. Okay, so let's see what is Rita of Cassia. $13. Despite popular belief, Saint Rita isn't about suffering or martyrdom, not in this context. Here she is about the miracles that happen when we choose to be steadfast about something or someone. This does not mean remaining in a situation that is harmful to us. It means knowing that we can believe anything is possible and that everyone is ultimately forgivable. Because forgiveness isn't about someone else, it's about freeing ourselves. We might have to draw fierce boundaries and possibly never see this person again, but we can pray from any distance that a light larger than our own transforms them. That a love that's greater than what we alone can hold and have for them might offer them a new life. How interesting. This card is so it's like such an opposition to the first card, right? Having fierce boundaries and loving someone from a distance, or even praying for someone from a distance. Saint Rita is asking us foremost to never give up on what we want for ourselves, and she's suggesting that the path to what we desire is in our belief that it's still possible. We might not know how or when things will align for us, but we can participate in a deep prayer, a bone trust, excuse me, that at some point what we most desire will arrive. Yeah, okay. That what we desire most will arrive, right? And that's giving me, again, the feeling of jealousy and envy, right? Because when we're jealous and envious, we believe that there's something lacking, or that we are being, like we are in some way receiving less or not as much as someone else, right? It breeds some sort of a feeling of inferiority, but we have to trust that what we desire most will arrive. And not just that, but it's about believing that all things are still possible for us, right? So if we strive to change, or if we strive to also manifest that into our life, we can also attract that, right? But you have to have faith in it. What do I believe is possible for my life? I am miraculous. My prayers create powerful channels of possibility. And I feel like this card is actually more of pertaining to the message of today, right? Because it's like the prayer is also a form of transmuting, right? It's through the spoken word. It's like giving up that emotion to God. It's giving the emotion up to whoever you work with, right? It's like, okay, you feel jealous, you feel envious, you feel like something is lacking, you feel insecure. You feel like you are being mistreated in some sort of way, or you feel like, you know, you're being, how should I put this? Like shortchanged in some sort of way, okay? Or you feel like you're in lack or getting less than someone else, right? You can give that through channeling also up to God through prayer and say, you know, I am jealous. I do feel hurt right now. I do feel anger, okay? But I don't want to feel this way. I don't want to feel jealous of someone else. I want to be grateful for what I have. And if I feel like I'm lacking, show me the way, or help guide me to what is meant for me, right? Or guide me also to the answers. If I feel like, let's say you're jealous of someone's job, okay? You're jealous of somebody else's job. You would like to have a job like that, or you would like to have a job that pays like that, okay? You feel like you're lacking finances some sort of way. I'm jealous of this person, but I don't want to be jealous of this person. I want to know where's my path, okay? And how can I get to my destiny, or how can I get on my path so that I can be happy with the job that I have, or I can be happy with the money that I make. And if I'm in the wrong career field, and if I have the wrong job right now, then please, you know, give me the strength to quit this, and then give me the strength to fight, to start over. Like it's about, you have to also be able to look at yourself and look at your own circumstances and your environment and say, okay, if I'm unhappy here, then I obviously need to change something, you know? We can always ask for guidance, we can ask for prayers, we can ask for help, we can ask for strength, but at the end of the day, we also have to change. We have to change our circumstances, we have to change where we are, we have to change how we respond, right? But prayer can create a powerful channel of possibility as well. So let's see here, guys. What is the message, Holy Angels? And I feel like an important part of the message is to work through that healing inside of yourself, okay? Like, let's say, again, back to the Christmas party thing, right? Our jealousy, our envy is not going to go away if we, you know, look, we've all been there, okay? So if you're angry at Aunt Margaret for getting the bad present, maybe there was a comment, maybe you did say, so, wow, okay, why do I always get the short end of the stick, right? Like, it happens. We all slip up. We all say comments, okay? That's one thing. But again, going back to the reaction part of it, okay? Saying a comment, saying a snarky comment, hey, we've all been there, okay? You know, maybe we gotta apologize, and then you gotta apologize, right? Once you've calmed down a little bit. But it's a whole different kind of a reaction to then go over to your sibling and destroy their present and say, you don't deserve this. And then, you know, go off on Aunt Margaret and tell her off, right? So I hope you know where I'm going with this. The best possible way to move forward is not to maybe, I mean, look, after the situation's over, after, you know, you've gone home, everybody's gone home, doing the inner work of trying to practice, I feel like gratitude, honestly, practicing gratitude, okay? And knowing that you cannot control, you cannot force Aunt Margaret to do better next time. You cannot force her to give you a better present. You cannot force your sibling to switch with you. You cannot force people on the outside of you to change the circumstances, right? It does, the healing aspect of those negative emotions comes down to your own ability to accept things for what they are, and also to practice gratitude for what you have anyways, right? And just give it up to, that's just how it is, right? But we can't control people outside of us to fix that in the future, in the sense that it's like, well, if you don't want me to be jealous of your present or envious of your present, and Aunt Margaret, if you don't want me to be angry, the next time you need to do better, right? So it kind of starts with us, with kind of like being able to see like, why am I jealous in the first place? Why am I envious in the first place? Why am I angry in the first place? And what am I going to do next time that happens? What am I going to do next time I'm in that situation? Okay. Yeah. And there might even be other things that you have to look at. Like in that case, it could be even things like sibling rivalry, right? So then you have to go into those emotions. It's like, why do I feel like I have to compete with my sibling all the time? Or why do I feel like they're always, you know, where does that come from? It's like, you really have to go take it within, right? Take it within and process those emotions. So let's see, guys. What's the message here from Spirit? A King of Wands is out first. Temperance and the Ten of Wands, okay? Page of Wands. So King of Wands and Temperance, it could have something to do with a Sagittarius, okay? You could be a Sagittarius. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius. We have a King of Wands here and a Ten of Wands. Okay, I don't really like the Ten of Wands here. I mean, it started out nice with Temperance. It's like healing energy, right? Healing emotions, balancing emotions. Why is the King of Wands here? Okay, so this is someone that has been lying. There's the King of Wands here who's very manipulative, okay? This person is a liar. They've been slandering you. They've been lying on you. They've been trying to defame you here. Page of Pentacles, when it comes to some sort of an investment, or this is like the present, right? This is like the present at the Christmas party. And it's like they're trying to lie on you and say that you went off on Aunt Margaret and then you like slapped her across the face and like threw pie in her face and said, "You dumb bitch," like that. Right? That's what I'm saying. Like these people, that's why our reactions are more important than what they say. Because your reactions, or I mean, they're going to try and say whatever, but that's why it's important for us to ignore the bullshit, okay, and just heal through it, right? And because there is a lesson in this for us as well, looking at these kind of emotions, apparently, okay? Because they can say that you know, try to bitch slap someone and then you try to throw pie in someone's face because you got the wrong present, but you know, there's probably other people also at that party that can then verify that you did not act that way, right? This is the person that's trying to say this about you. This King of Wands here. So why is Temperance here? The Wheel of Fortune. The Two of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. Temperance, the Wheel of Fortune, the Two of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups. So the Two of Pentacles under Temperance is honestly just like her in this card, giving me the balance of the light and the dark, right? Balance of the light and the dark, because you cannot eradicate the dark. We cannot pretend like the dark doesn't exist, okay? And I'm not talking about dark as in like demonic. I'm talking about our dark side, our light side, in the sense that we have negative emotions, we have positive emotions, okay? And we have to balance the two, right? It's important. If you have too many negative emotions, then you start to act very low vibrational, or you react low vibrationally, right? If you are always with the happy emotions, people would be asking themselves, are you suppressing things? Like, you know, that's unhealthy as well. So we got to balance the light and the dark, right? The Page of Cups. This could have like Page of Pentacles, Page of Cups. This has something to do with like an offer or somebody, some sort of news or good news or something like that. Somebody offering something to someone. What's the Ten of Wands? the Queen of Swords. So you could be a Queen of Swords that they are trying to burden here. The Three of Wands. So this is something they could be planning. The Emperor. Planning with an Emperor here, okay? So this might have not even come to fruition yet. This could be something that they are planning. They're planning on going towards an emperor, or they're planning what they're going to say to an emperor and how they're going to slander you to the emperor, right? So whoever this emperor is, they're already setting up their defense, okay? Or they're trying to set something up so that they can burden you with it, right? Okay, what's new? So honestly, what is new? What's the King of Wands? Tell me more about this person here. This person trying to accuse, like I can't even make it up, Five of Wands. Oh yeah, this is the one. This is the one, guys. The King of Wands is the instigator, okay? So he's the one trying to say that, like I said, with the high school quarterback, right? You got jealous of the quarterback, that the quarterback loves someone else, and you decided to key their car and, you know, burn down the locker, right? Or something like that, yeah. Or like rip their face out of the yearbook, right? Something like that. They're trying to start a fight. Yeah, the Hierophant. It could even be with the authorities, right? With the authorities. So they could be trying to get you in trouble with the law here. Poverty. Trying to say that you felt left out in the cold. You felt alone, abandoned, lonely, and desperate, right? Yeah, you were watching from the sidelines. You were on the bleachers watching the cheerleader run across the field and kiss the quarterback, and you just felt so sad and left out on the sidelines that you went on a jealous rage, right? That's what they're trying to say. That's what they're trying to say here. The wealthy man is going to somebody in high honor. Yeah, so this is their play. This is a playbook, okay? This wealthy man, King of Wands, this is their playbook here with someone in authority, okay? Wealthy man. So yeah, this could, courtship and sudden wealth. This could be somebody that wants to be a wealthy man, okay? They want to get money out of this, whatever this is. They want to go to the police. They want to go to the judge or something like that. And they're going to try to accuse someone of doing something by, like I said, weaponizing a human emotion, okay? That you might have felt. You may have very well felt this way. But like I said, that's not what's important here, is how you reacted. They're going to try and claim that you had a grandiose reaction that went far above what actually happened. Because this is what they do. This is part of the playbook, guys. Okay? I'm teaching you the playbook that these people go by. First of all, it's using something that really happened to you and then creating a narrative around it, trying to weaponize your own emotions against you, which then also plays into the playbook of 1% truth, 99% lie. But because that 1% truth is there, it'll make the 99% lie look questionable or look maybe more probable because that 1% truth is real, right? So 1% truth would be you were jealous, and 99% lie would be you wanted revenge and decided to burn someone's house down, right? So that's the angle that they're going at here, okay? Yeah, and they're doing this for the Ten of Pentacles. They think that they can get a lot of money out of this, okay? They want to be the wealthy man. That's the plan. That's the playbook, money, okay? Money. So what's this Page of Pentacles? The World. The World. It has to do with an investment, or the Four of Cups, feeling rejected. Yeah, okay. So they're going to say that you felt rejected, which is also, again, a negative emotion, right? So they're going to claim that you felt rejected in some sort of way. Okay, so again, with rejection, how can we take rejection? How can we channel that negative emotion, right? So when we feel rejected, what does that do with us? It makes us question our own worth. It makes us feel embarrassed, okay? It makes us feel like we, how should I put this? It makes us feel unwanted and shameful, okay, sometimes, right? So how can you deal with the feeling of rejection? You can get mad at the person that rejected you, right? Some people get angry. And it's not even angry at the rejection, it's more angry at feeling embarrassed, okay? Feeling like you're not good enough, or feeling like somebody just told you to your face, you're not good enough, right? It's also a feeling of like feeling very vulnerable, okay? Like when you get rejected, you feel vulnerable because you put yourself out there. It's like you were honest with someone about your feelings, but they weren't reciprocated, right? And that makes us feel vulnerable because now that other person knows we like them, but they don't like us back. And then that comes in that feeling of like embarrassment and shame, because now every time you see them, you're going to feel awkward because they don't want you, but you already put yourself out there, right? So that's another part of the rejection that like sometimes hits us in that trigger point, right? Now, like I said, you can get mad at the person that rejected you, okay, because you feel embarrassed now, or you take it as like a lesson in self-worth, because it'll take a lot of strength to be able to stand in front of this kind of a feeling and go, okay, that's fine. I respect that that is your decision. I respect that that is how you feel. But I mean, you're not going to say that to this person, but this is what you should be saying to yourself, right? Is that it's not going to affect how I see myself, right? So just because I am not what this person is looking for, that doesn't make me any less worthy. It doesn't mean that I'm worthless than before. Do you get what I'm saying? It can even be about like feeling like you miss an opportunity. Like, again, this can even be jealousy, like feeling like you missed out on something, feeling like you're missing out on something, feeling unhappy with what you have. This is like the opposite of gratefulness. It's like being ungrateful, or you're not seeing this cup. It's like you're not seeing what's in front of you. You're discontent. You feel like you're missing out on something. Yeah, so this is, in essence, these negative emotions that I've been talking about, right? That they're trying to play on here. The Ten of Wands. Yeah, this is what they're trying to use to burden you. Exactly. Exactly. They're trying to say that you take these negative emotions and you channel it into a lot of energy. But the Ten of Wands is like destructive energy. It's like back-breaking energy, right? It's a lot. So this would be like taking rejection or taking jealousy and envy and then channeling it into anger and resentment and bitterness, and wanting to, like I said at the very beginning, of having like a channel, right? Having that output, because you need an output to emotion, right? To negate it or to stabilize the emotion. Let's just put it that way. So they're saying that your feelings turn into some sort of like a destructive force, right? Where you want to channel it into aggression. The Ten of Wands is giving me like aggression, like a lot of, oomph. It's a lot of energy. Okay, so this is the opposite of thought processing and processing the emotion, why you feel that way. It goes straight from, I feel rejected, I feel like I'm missing out, and now I want to put an immense amount of burden or energy into something else, and maybe even into some sort of destruction. Okay, yeah, so that's the angle they're going for here. Okay, the Devil. Yeah, anger. That's what they're saying, is that you go from feeling negative emotion to extreme anger, okay? But not just extreme anger. The Ten of Wands is like you actually wanting to do something. Like I said, you want to burn the locker down. You want to key someone's car. You want to bitch slap Aunt Margaret and like throw the table around the room. Like that's the Ten of Wands. That's what they're trying to say, okay? So just be aware. What's the Seven of Swords? The Queen of Wands, okay? So now we have a King of Wands here and a Queen of Wands that are lying, okay? That are trying to do something really sneaky here. And we have a King of Cups, Four of Wands in reverse. So we have a Queen of Wands, a King of Cups, and a King of Wands. Lots of people that are trying to lie about something at a home, or why you don't have stability, or why you got even like kicked out of a community, okay? Four of Wands reverse. What is this? What's the Four of Wands reverse? The Grim Reaper. The relationship is over, no second chances. The Grim Reaper. They're trying to lie about why some sort of a relationship is over. When it comes to giving and receiving affection and kisses, falling in love. Okay, so I don't know if one of these is exes, okay? Maybe one of these people is an ex that is now coming forward to testify about why your relationship ended 10 years ago and trying to say that you are this, and that way, okay? I don't know. So they're bringing up like people from your past now. Is that what this is? The mature man is a mature man getting a message of concern. Okay, so we have 5 and 14. So I don't know, 2014 could be significant. 2005, right? I don't know. That's what it's giving me. It's like people from the past are trying to slander your character and defame your character and say that you are this way and that way and that you react this way and that way and blah, 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 right? Why is this mature man getting a message of concern here? Because of an illusion that they're trying to create here, the Hermit. Because of an illusion they're trying to create here to the Hermit. Okay, who's the Hermit? A main male is the Hermit. So maybe this is a Virgo, or this is a catfish, okay? The Hermit, somebody cloaking their identity, somebody trying to do something in the dark, somebody trying to do something in secret, okay? A main male here is trying to create an illusion as a catfish, maybe, with a fake profile, or they're trying to lie. Yeah, this is what they're planning. They are planning something here, 3 of Wands, in the future, to come forward and take some sort of action. Or they're hoping that you act out in anger in the future, Knight of Wands, right? They're hoping for some sort of a negative reaction from you. They might be trying to say that you're angry about something. The 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, they're definitely putting their heads together here. Yeah. The last three brain cells from each one of them. So that makes 9 brain cells. Okay, so maybe this time with their 9 brain cells, they can think of a better plan, right? So, okay, what are they trying to manifest here? The Magician, the Tower, some sort of a meltdown, okay, some sort of destruction. Like, I feel like they're trying to say that you're someone that like explodes in anger, or you're someone that wants to create destruction, or you want to, like, you react very like temperamental, or like, I'm gonna ruin your life and I'm gonna, you know, like that kind of thing. That's what I feel. What's the Tower? Camera, reminiscing, learn from the past. From the past. Okay, so they think that some sort of I don't know, something from the past, right, is going to be able to create some sort of destruction here. So like I said, I don't know, 2014, 2005, what other numbers do we have here? 2013, if you're taking the 13. So look, that's why I feel like, here's the message, guys, okay? We are all human. None of us are perfect. Everyone is imperfect. Everybody gets born as a baby and has to start over, right? We have all of these emotions that we have to learn to process. A lot of us have gone through a lot of trauma. A lot of us didn't have healthy role models that taught us how to react and channel our emotions in a healthy and positive way. Now, if you've been through a lot of therapy, like, I don't know, I've done a lot of therapy in my life, okay? That has helped me figure these kind of things out, right? But there's also just other things, like even just learning that I have ADHD, like changed my life because that helped me understand my emotions way better. But these are the kind of things that have to happen like along the way for us to be able to heal and navigate these emotions, okay? Because this is honestly what I'm getting, like, with this from the past. It's like these people trying to say that, like I said, with the quarterback, right? The high school quarterback, you're not in high school anymore, but they're trying to say that back then, 20 years ago, when you were 18, you had this jealous rage. And you're like, man, that was so long ago, okay? It's like they're trying to say that. And the other thing is, okay, like I said, the other thing is that you probably didn't even react that way that they're saying that you did, but they're claiming that you did because of something from the past. It's like these people are trying to take a stamp and like stamp it on your forehead and say, that's you, we stamped you, okay? This is who you are now, right? And they're trying to take things from the past. They're trying to use emotions that you have felt in the past, things that you've gone through in the past, and they're trying to claim that you are a certain way. Now, I don't even really care, okay? If I'm honest, I don't really care what happened in the past. I don't really care when you were jealous, why you were jealous, what happened. The only thing I care about here is that we are taking the time to look at the emotions, ask ourselves why we felt that way, okay? And what we're gonna do to work on that emotion, right? Like, you know, unless you guys did something, I'm not talking about people that did something bad, okay? Like what they're trying to accuse you of. I'm not talking about things like that, right? I mean, like, it's so fucking weird. Like, this is what I hate about these karmic energies. This is what I hate, is that I feel like I have to constantly, on the behalf of the collective, defend the collective and the collective's energy. And you get what I'm saying? Like, why do I have to sit here and try and justify things that we didn't do and then have to defend it? But it's because they don't stop trying to come up with shit like this, right? And it's actually annoying. But okay, that's just how it is. So whatever, they're trying to pull up some things from the past. They're trying to over dramatize it and make it seem like it's something that it's not, okay? And like I said, I'm not here for that message today. I don't really care. I just want us to heal, okay? Make it better every single day. Work on the negative emotions so that these people don't have anything that they can say, because it's not you, right? You're not the issue. These people need to do the healing, okay? I think it would be very healing for these people to ask themselves, right? Why do I feel the need to go to the police and lie? What is triggering me so much about collective that I feel like I have to create a false narrative to try and ruin this person's life? Right? Mr. King of Wands here, mature man. This King of Wands, mature man, or whoever this is, should, and the King of Cups, and the Queen of Wands. So these people pray from a distance. What does it say with Rita of Acacia, right? It said, you know, we need to set up boundaries and pray for these people from a distance and hope that maybe they can also get the healing, right? So the healing would be that we pray for them. We pray for these people that wish ill on us, that they take the time out of their day, maybe today, to ask themselves, what is triggering me with this person so much that I want to ruin their life? What is making me so jealous and so angry and envious that I want to go to the police and create false accusations? What is it that's actually triggering me? And how can they learn to heal that? Right? Because it has to, for them to be doing stuff like this, it has to also stem from a place of jealousy, a place of envy, or a place of anger and resentment. So, maybe we should all pray for these people, I'm being honest, that they can start to figure out what the trigger is here, okay? Because while they're trying to create an entire narrative about you and how you react, it would be more healing to them to realize what they're doing and ask themselves why they are doing this. They're projecting. They're projecting. And instead of projecting a bunch of bullshit onto the collective with the police, they, I feel, should ask themselves, why do they feel the need to do this to you? Okay, what's so triggering about you and your energy that makes them want to ruin your life and lie to the police, right? So that would just be my word of advice for them today. Okay, so why is Temperance here? The Knight of Cups. The Moon. The Moon and Temperance. Again, I mean, the Moon, again, is emotions. Like, there is so much here, and the Queen of Cups at the bottom. Yeah, so a lot of this is about emotion, right? Deep emotion with the Knight of Cups again. Yeah. Let's see what this is with Temperance. Sabotage, rebuilding, repetitive interrogation, persistent working on it. It's like they want to sabotage this. They want to discredit you, okay? It's like these people want to discredit you, especially if they're pulling up things from the past and trying to say things about you from a long time ago. It is literally a tactic to discredit you, okay? To sabotage you. But I also feel like working on it, right? Working on it. That's what's important, okay? Because our journey is, oh, hello, fly, just flew in my face. Our path is a healing path. That's why we came to this earth. That's why we live our life, right? None of us are expected to be perfect out the womb, okay? Just saying. The goal is to work on it. That is the goal. That is the path to enlightenment, right? So the path to enlightenment and working on it and working on that balance does not mean that we work on ourselves to the point where we no longer feel jealousy, where we no longer feel envy, or we feel anger, because that is not realistic, okay? It's not realistic to say we're never going to feel that way again. The healing journey and the healing path in life is to say we work on the way that we react to these things. So just because you have reacted negatively to things like jealousy or anger in the past doesn't mean that you cannot work on these things through life. And if anything, it is encouraged, right? That's why we're here. That's the goal, is to work on these things, is to work on ourselves, is to catch ourselves in the emotion and then transmute it and ask ourselves why we feel that way and steadily work on this. And with Knight of Cups, I feel like a lot of compassion and forgiveness for ourselves and for others, right? Part of the healing journey and working on the jealousy and working on the anger and the envy is also, we have to be forgiving to ourselves that we maybe reacted in the past, okay? That we also allowed it to affect us negatively, in the sense that we allowed it to affect our own self-esteem, our own self-worth, especially things like jealousy, insecurity will affect us personally, right? The most. So we have to forgive ourselves for our own shortcomings, but also try to work on it and persistently heal ourselves so that in the future, when those emotions come up, we just deal with them in a healthier way for you and for others, okay? So what's the Nine of Cups? I just said it too. Healthy choices. So that we deal with these things in a healthier way. And healthy choices comes out. Wow. Making healthy choices in love and life. Self-love. Self-care. Being happier. Right. And it's coming out with the Knight of Cups. You start to make healthy choices in your life when you act with compassion for yourself and act with compassion for others. Act with empathy towards others and empathy towards ourselves. Right? Self-love, self-care. So this is giving me Christmas party again, right? The healthiest choice at that Christmas party, okay, if you're jealous of the present that that person is getting, is to then show compassion to Aunt Margaret, because Aunt Margaret didn't know, okay, that she didn't know any better. She got what she thought would make you both happy, right? Forgiveness, okay? Showing compassion, and then showing gratitude. So, what's the moon? Yeah, that's the truth. Sword and the rose. Clarity, truth, and revelation. Yeah. And the truth is, the truth and revelation, okay, or clarity. Clarity comes when you understand your own emotions. You can start to heal these kind of negative emotions when you begin to understand the emotion and where it comes from, right? So back to the beginning, a lot of people stay in these negative emotions because they don't have clarity why they feel that way. They would rather suppress the emotion, or they rather ignore the emotion, or they let themselves be overtaken by the emotion. They don't strive to understand why they feel that way, okay, and try to channel it in a more healthy, output, I guess you could say, right? So when you start to understand the emotion and why you feel that way and where it's coming from, because the moon is deep emotions, okay? It's like subconscious, unconscious behaviors. It's the trigger, it's the past, it's the childhood, it's the trauma, okay? You have to understand, where is it coming from? Why do I feel that way? That's when you can start to heal and do the rebuilding and do the shadow work, right? So that you can make the healthiest choices with empathy, compassion for others and for yourself, forgiveness for yourself and others, but also gratitude, okay? Yeah. And these people that you're up against, that want revenge, that are overtaken by jealousy, obsession, anger, resentment for you, and are channeling these emotions into creating illusions, trying to file fake police reports, trying to get you in trouble, trying to lie, trying to betray you, trying to be deceptive, trying to burden you. They all have deep emotional wounding that they refuse to look at. Okay? They have jealousy, but they don't want to better themselves and their lives to feel better about themselves. They have deep rooted insecurities that they don't want to recognize, that they don't want to look at, that they don't want to deal with, that they don't want to work on. Okay? It's a shame, but that's not your problem. Everybody has a life to work on themselves. Okay? And at the end of the day, it's going to reflect. It is going to reflect. I believe in that wholeheartedly, that it will reflect who here in the collective, even if you messed up in the past, our past does not define us. Okay? What we went through in the past, who we were in the past, it does not define you, because you have an entire life to get it right. You have an entire life to change and to recognize what you did wrong in the past so that you can fix it and make sure that it heals in the future, right? Like, for me, it's a ridiculous argument for them to come around and say, oh, I have this one example of when the collective was jealous and that's who they are. It's like, these people think way too black and white, okay? it's very stiff. Like their energy is very stiff and rigid and like, okay, that's why I don't like it. I don't like being in these people's energies, picking up on their plans and their plots and how they're trying to get to you and what they're trying to say about you. It really like, it gets to me. Like my energy goes down. I get annoyed because I'm like, the lengths that they go to say all these things about someone that is obviously just trying to do right. Okay. And it's trying to heal and it's trying to you're trying to pick yourself up. You know, you have probably showed compassion and understanding and forgiveness to most of these people, if not all these people at some point. Yet they continuously try to take you down. And it's just like, that's why I'm like, whatever. Like, that's not even why we're here. That's not why you are here. That is not why you are here. You are here to heal, to work on yourself, to let this be a lesson of how not to react, okay? Let these people, this King of Wands, let this person be the lesson to you of how not to be, okay? Of how not to react, of what it looks like to be petty and unforgiving and jealous and resentful and envious and hateful. Let this person and their energy be a mirror to that, and look at these people and how they act and just think to yourself, Matt, how can I better myself, work on myself so that I don't end like they do. Okay? That's a good start right there. So what's the Wheel of Fortune? The Seven of Wands. So you defending yourself, you standing up for yourself here. Yeah, against these people that are collaborating and working together. Look, the last three with their last 3 brain cells. Okay, so together, like I said, they got 9 brain cells here, trying to stop you and get in your way. What's new? I just keep saying, what's new, guys? 8 of Wands. Trying to direct all this energy towards you, right? Okay. I mean, alone in that is a lessons in like emotional regulation. Okay. Do you know how emotionally strong, do you know how much emotional and mental strength a person needs to be under constant attack and not react? Okay. Like, you have been targeted by these people over and over and over and over again, and you don't react. Okay, you transmute. Like, alone in that should be able to show the 2 sides of the coin here. Okay, we've got someone in the collective that is taking the attacks and the lessons as they come and working to release and to cleanse and to transmute that energy. And then we have the people that just don't stop. They're like, we're gonna get you, we're gonna attack you. What's the Wheel of Fortune? We're gonna take you down, right? We're never gonna stop. It's like, but they're just coming up with all this shit. It's like, it's just so weird to me. I don't get it. Thoughts. Yeah. It's the mind. The power of your mind. Your thoughts are powerful. Yeah, like I said, it's the power of the mind. Okay? And thought processing. Okay? Regulation of emotion through thought processing, right? So that is a skill that we can learn, right? It's an important skill. So before you react or respond to any kind of a negative emotion in your life, think about it, think it through, right? Thoughts. And that's what you do. And that's what you have been doing. Okay? That's what you have learned. That is what you have learned how to do. Because this doesn't come natural to us. This is something that is taught. Either a role model teaches you this, okay? Or this is something you learn in therapy, or this is something you teach yourself through time, okay? Thought processing, emotional processing through the mind, okay? And this is something that you do. This is something that someone here has been working on when it comes to balancing emotion, okay? You're processing the emotion and why you feel that way. And that's how you can regulate that and channel it into a more positive output, right? These people, They have not mastered this lesson yet. And that is why I feel like the Wheel of Fortune is here for you in the upright, coming out underneath your healing and the healthy choices that you have made, because you have clarity when it comes to your emotional, deep emotional world, right? The undercurrent, the moon, what goes on within you, underneath you, okay? This is something that you have gone through. This is something that you have been working on, right? This is something that they have obviously not mastered, because they're over here with wands. Wands. Thinking, planning, plotting, and then directing energy towards you and trying to do something physical, okay? 7 of Wands, 8 of Wands, that is using your body. That is physical energy. That is force that is being directed at someone, right? That's what these people are doing here. That's what they're trying to do anyways, okay? And here you are taking that energy, taking what they're sending to you, and you're just balancing it out, transmuting it, taking it from a negative emotion and turning it into a positive emotion, taking it from a negative emotion, turning it into a lesson, taking the negative emotion, thinking about, okay, this is a negative emotion. What can I do with it? Okay, let's channel it here, right? Let's do this with it, okay? Okay, something like that is going on here. That's something that they cannot take away from you. That is something that they cannot take away from you, okay? And it's a very, very valuable skill set to have. The King of Pentacles. When it comes to a King of Pentacles here, 7 of Cups, an illusion that they're trying to create here when it comes to a King of Pentacles. Okay, so like I said, this can be the quarterback, okay, the high school quarterback that they're trying to throw in someone's face here, or this is, you know, whoever this is the person that they're trying to create this illusion about when it comes to a negative reaction that you had in the past, right? When you felt some sort of jealousy, where you felt some sort of envy, where you felt some sort of anger. This is what they're trying to throw in your face, okay? What's the 7 of Cups? They're trying to create an illusion when it comes to an engagement or a commitment or a partnership or a union. Right, jealousy. Either jealousy or envy. I'm assuming that's the emotions that they're going for, okay? Yeah, what's the Page of Cups? Death. Death. And the 6 of Swords. Huh? What is the Page of Cups? A courtship. Yeah, when it comes to somebody making you an offer in a relationship, or somebody breadcrumbing you maybe even, or giving you a half-ass offer, okay? Because this has been coming up a lot. An engagement, a commitment, a higher level commitment, or the lack thereof, right? That has come up in like all my readings today, where someone, or not just today, but in the last couple of days, of like someone who just has not committed to you, okay? Or someone that has lacked commitment in the past. And they're trying to turn this negative emotion that you felt for this situation into a whole ordeal, okay? Of like this and that and whatever transpired, right? It's like, yeah, that's what this is here. Okay, what's Death? A mature woman in reverse. A mature woman in reverse is trying to get away with a death. Oh, see, that's the thing, right? Okay, so this is just an alibi. What's going on here, apparently. There's a mature woman in reverse here that is trying to get away with something that they have done to you in the past. They try to create a final ending for you in the past, and now they're trying to get away with it. So they let their own negative emotions, their own anger, resentment, jealousy, envy, whatever kind of negative emotion it takes to do this to someone, right? And they're trying to sweep it under the rug and pretend it never happened by trying to justify why they did it, or trying to blame it on you, or generally just trying to get away with it, right? They don't want to take accountability. Okay, see, and that's where it starts on the path to healing, is taking accountability for the emotion that you felt, right? Admitting to yourself that you did feel that. Okay, so the collective is not going to sit here and go, I don't have a problem with them. I wasn't jealous of them. No, I was never jealous of them. I don't care about them. Because chances are you probably were in the past. But what did you do with that emotion? Okay, you decided to heal through it. You decided to look at it. You decided to say, wow, that's an ugly emotion. I don't like the way that I feel. Okay, I want to heal that emotion. I want to make healthier choices in the future. I want to get to a point where I don't feel this way anymore. Okay, and that's healing. These people don't want to take accountability for their nasty emotions and the choices that they have made with those emotions. They're just trying to blame it on you, or they're trying to flip it around, or they're trying to pretend like it never happened. They're going to sit here, this mature woman in reverse is going to sit here in the Six of Swords and go, no, I never did that. I don't have a problem with them. I didn't do that. I have no idea what you're talking about. No, no, no idea what you're talking about. I just want to leave it behind, right? Pretend it never happened. That's what I'm saying. They don't want to heal. They're never going to do the healing work. And that's why all you can do is set up boundaries with these people, strong boundaries, and pray for them that they look at that emotion, or ask themselves what drove them to do this to an innocent person. What drove them to want to hurt you like this? Why are they so unhappy with themselves or their own life? Or what is it that's triggering this kind of behavior in them? Okay. Yeah, I don't know. So what's the Ten of Wands? We can only pray. Like, honestly, we can't. What they do is up to them, right? I mean, these people might not even really believe in God. So what's the Ten of Wands? Unexpected income. They're trying to burden you with something to do with money. Okay. Which is kind of concern at the bottom, which is kind of tying in again to the readings that I've done today, where a lot has come out about somebody not providing for you, okay? Or for someone here in the collective, about not being a provider, about leaving you to struggle through hardship by yourself, leaving you in poverty, not wanting to help, not being generous with you, okay? Now, what they're going to say here, apparently, is that this lack of support and this lack of generosity or reciprocity from someone, or that you were left to struggle alone in times of need, that this is what caused some sort of a break in your psyche, okay? And made you so angry and jealous that it fueled you to do something out of revenge, okay? So I guess that's the angle we're going at here, right? And see, again, it could be that at some point you were angry with the way that you were being treated, and you were angry that someone wasn't helping you, or that someone didn't support you. And maybe you were jealous of everybody else, because like I said, that keeps coming out too, right? This person was giving to that person, they were giving to this person, they were paying for this person and that person. And yes, maybe you were jealous. Maybe you were envious, that you felt like this person was giving to everyone but you, okay? And that's a normal emotion to feel. But someone here didn't take that emotion and that jealousy and turn it into resentment and revenge. Someone here took that negative emotion and realized, this is how it is. First of all, you have to accept the circumstances, right? Acceptance. Okay, I accept that this person is not going to support me. I accept that this person is not going to make me a priority, and that they are not going to help me out in my time of need. So what do? I accept that I cannot rely and depend on this person, and I accept the reality that I will have to do it by myself. So that kickstarts a drive, right, to getting yourself to a point by yourself where you no longer have to rely on this person, because that is the only way that you can truly heal. If somebody shows you that they will not help you, not provide for you, and not take care of you financially in any kind of way, you have to accept that. You cannot breed resentment or jealousy or revenge. You have to accept that that's how it is, and you have to find out what you're going to do to change your life. Because if you don't change your circumstances and you just sit around and expect someone else to solve your problems for you, you're never going to get out of the circumstance that is causing this issue, right? So again, like I said with the Christmas party, instead of getting mad at the person, that might have been your initial reaction, okay? Don't get me wrong. Initially, you might have been angry. You might have been jealous and envious. You might have told this person that you're disappointed, okay? And that hurts you, right? But you cannot force this person to give to you. You cannot force them to see you as a priority or make you a priority. What you can do, though, is turn within and say, you know what? I'm not going to rely on you. I'm going to do the healing myself then. I'm going to get myself to a point where I am stable without needing your help, and I will never need your help, and I will always be able to rely on myself and get myself to a point where I don't need your help, because in that way you completely eradicate the entire issue, right? You're never going to have to ask this person to help you again, because you will be stable on your own and you will not need help. Issue gone. This person can now give to whoever the fuck they want to. It's not your problem anymore, because you can give to yourself, and how they waste their money or what they do with their money is their choice, right? And that's the healing. That's where you heal through this issue, okay? You didn't decide to go get revenge. What point? See, that's the thing. What does revenge do for us at the end of the day? Nothing. That's why I do not condone revenge, because what does it do? Nothing. If anything, it'll make your situation worse. It'll make your problems worse. What does it do to better your own life? Nothing. Okay? The best revenge is up-leveling, right? The best revenge is getting yourself to a place where you no longer need to feel jealous of them or the money or what they're giving to other people or what other people have, because now you have it. Because now you have it. You don't have to be jealous of other people's money if you have it, right? But you're not going to get to that point without doing the work, okay? And releasing yourself from the person and the expectation, because I feel like that kind of trips up a lot of us as well, is the expectation, okay? So if there was jealousy there, especially for what someone was giving to other people, there might have been a link of like expectation, that you were expecting this person to help you, or you were expecting them to be there for you, or you were expecting. And see, you had to release the expectation and just go with the fact that you can't expect anybody to do anything. And that's sadly how it is, but that's how you kind of disconnect yourself from the disappointment as well when they don't help, right? Okay, so we gotta get on our own feet here and just do what we need to do so that we can completely erase that emotion. 5 of Pentacles, that's exactly what this is. Exactly what I just said. You being in lack. You feeling left out, you feeling like someone is not helping you, somebody is watching you suffer alone, somebody is watching you go through hardship in your life, somebody is leaving you out, someone is not helping you, not making you a priority. This is the emotion that they are planning on using against you, right? And they're going to say that this feeling like drove you to some sort of insanity or something like that, okay? When in reality, it did the complete opposite. This feeling is what drove you to your stability, what you have today, right? It drove you to the feeling of self-reliance and making it a priority to be self-reliant, and making it a priority to not expect anything from others, but to be dependent on yourself, and make sure that you get to a place of financial stability that nobody can take away from you and is not dependent on another person. So what they're trying to say about a person, that this situation, like it festered some sort of a negative emotion and a feeling of envy and jealousy and anger, resentment, to the point that it made you act out, is actually the complete opposite of what happened, which is, yes, you might have felt those emotions, but you looked at it, okay? You ask yourself, you know, why am I so jealous of this person? Why am I envious of this person? What do I feel like is missing in my life that is making me feel unfulfilled? Why am I depending on someone else to help me? Why am I so angry that they're not doing it? What can I do to change my life so that I can completely release these emotions? And that's what you did. You said, okay, you don't want to help me? You're going to leave me in this state of poverty? Here's my up level. I'm going to fight my way out of this, and I'm going to get to the point where I don't need you. I don't need this person. I don't need anyone. I want to become so self-reliant and so successful that I don't have to ever ask anyone else for help. I'm going to let this situation fuel me and drive me to the place where I never have to go through this again, right? So that's, you know, that's a little bit different, right? Than what they're trying to say about you. But, okay, justice. Yeah, justice. Okay, justice. Why is justice here? The Three of Swords. Yeah, they're trying to tell, maybe even the authorities or the law, the justice system, they're trying to say that you were hurt about this. Like, you were so hurt that someone didn't want to pay for you or help you financially, that it was like a trigger. And honestly, like, I'm not going to sit here and say that it didn't hurt. I'm not going to sit here and say it didn't make someone envious and jealous, because that would be a lie, okay? But someone didn't let this break them. Somebody didn't let this resentment and this jealousy and envy overtake them. If anything, it was like a switch that went off, but in the positive sense, because it made someone a fighter. Okay, it made someone want to be independent. It made someone want to be completely independent, right? Like, even let's say you were jealous of this person giving a lot of money to their ex. Like, even that could have even been a thing that drove you to be completely independent, right? Even looking at that emotion and being like, why are you jealous of someone that is dependent on another person, right? It's like you're looking for some sort of support here, but you're jealous of someone that would not be able to even pay their bills without someone else helping them. Why am I truly jealous of that, right? Is what you could have asked yourself. So I feel like you here took this pain and you turned it into your power, and you said, I don't want to be like that. I don't want to end that way either. I don't want to be only able to pay my bills if someone else is helping me. I don't want to be only able to pay my bills if I have child support, okay? I want to be able to pay my bills because I make the money. I want to be independent. I want to get to a point in my life where I never have to ask someone else for help again. I don't ever want to be in this situation again. And you did that. Okay, and them trying to say, oh, you were hurt back then. Okay, so are we going to start dragging up all these people's histories and every single moment in the last 10 years that they felt hurt or jealous? How about we start there? Why is it always being targeted at one person? Can you tell me that? Why are all these people constantly whirling around in someone's past and in someone's life and someone's relationship, trying to dig up that one time where you felt hurt or jealous or angry? I mean, should we do that maybe with these people? Like I said, I mean, what is it that's driving them to do this? Okay, let's start there. Why don't we start picking that one apart? What is making these people want to bring this bullshit to court or to the police in the first place? What's the negative emotion driving them? Because I'm pretty sure that's a negative emotion, okay, that they do not have under control. So why don't we start with that negative emotion? Where did that come from? Where did that start? Why are they so jealous of you that they are trying to get you in trouble with the law by whirling around in your past like this? Huh? And trying to dig up that one time. Oh yeah, they were jealous back then. Okay, and you're jealous right now, right? You're jealous right now, apparently. That's why you're doing all this shit, right? So why are you jealous right now? And why are you not doing anything to fix yourself? Why are you not doing anything to go within and look at that emotion, asking yourself, why am I so jealous of this person that I'm trying to ruin their life in the legal system, huh? Why are you so jealous? King of Wands, why are you so resentful? What happened to you to make you this way? Huh? Anyone? No, right? No. Page of Wands. That's the message, right? That's the message. Or it has to do with messages. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, it has to do with some sort of messages. Okay, so here we go again with the hacked messages, right? So they got a hacked message, okay, from the past where you're jealous and angry about money. And that's what they're trying to weaponize against you now. Oh, look at this time. This one person was angry about somebody getting money and it was not them. Yeah, okay, and so how about when was this written? Okay, let's take that into account. So when were these messages written? Okay, let's start there. What date, what time, what year? Okay, and then let's compare to everything that has happened in your life since this time, right? Because these are old messages. These are really fucking old messages, I'm pretty sure. So what happened in someone's life in the meantime? Did someone up level? Did somebody change their life? Did somebody change their career? Did somebody decide to become independent in that time? What happened in that time? I'm pretty sure someone didn't go downhill from there, right? So let's look at that. Why don't we? King of Swords. Oh, we have a King of Swords here. Turning in hacked messages, okay? Nine of Swords in reverse, thinking that they can get out of their head and that this will help them with their worries. I'm pretty sure if they do this, it's just going to add, but okay. Like, see, what the universe sees in all of this is that these people just repeatedly just run away, right? Run away from healing, run away from looking at their own negative emotions, running away from taking accountability. It's like, why would the one person that's actually trying to make them like better their life and heal through this and working on themselves and trying to focus on self-love, self-care, and clarity and truth, why should that person be punished for human emotion? I mean, okay. The Three of Cups in reverse. Yeah, it's a group here. It's this group, okay? This Six of Wands reverse. Yeah, they're gonna lose. They're gonna lose. Six of Wands reverse. I don't even feel like this is them trying to slander you, because we've gotten enough of that. I feel like this is them, they're gonna lose. Like it's a losing battle at this point, right? Because it's like, it comes down to the laws of the universe, okay? Like the law of attraction, like good things, you know, good things come to like good energy. Like what you give is what you receive. If you are trying to do the right thing and heal through things and trying to become a better person and trying to do right by others and show compassion to others, that will come back to you. If you're constantly trying to hurt someone, belittle someone, degrade someone, get someone in trouble, harm someone, lie about someone, like deceive, betray, backstab, like that comes back. Like, okay, I don't know. I guess they don't know that law. Yeah, Queen of Swords. Look, that's what they're coming in with. Four of Swords. Yeah. And honestly, Four of Swords and the Nine of Wands, like, hold on. What's the Four of Swords? The Eight of Pentacles. Yeah. For you, collective, whatever this is that's transpiring, take this as a lesson, okay? This is a lesson for you to work on inner peace. I know that sounds super contradicting. I know that sounds like, you know, a couple of you are going to be in the comments like, how am I supposed to be at peace when they're trying to ruin my life? And I know. That's why it's a lesson, okay? The lesson in remaining calm. Processing, mental processing, okay? This is the lesson. You have mastered the art of mental processing, or you are in the process of doing it, or that's a lesson that you are being presented with, okay? This reading is about learning how to react to negative emotion, which is the best, healthiest way is to master the art of mental processing, thought processing, emotional or mental processing of emotion, right? This is the lesson that you're being called to look at or try to work through or master, okay? Because negative emotions are natural. They're nothing to be ashamed of. We don't have to pretend like we don't have them, okay? Saying that we don't have them doesn't make us better than the next person. It's what we do with that emotion that matters, right? And this is the lesson. This is the mastery. It's mastering the art of processing the emotion, okay? Yeah. Ace of Wands. That is the direction. Okay, I feel like the Ace of Wands is like, yes, this is the direction. This is the best and healthiest direction, okay? So why is the Three of Wands here? Yeah, there's a family here that's planning on trying to fight, okay? Just let them. If they want to fight this way, if they want to create drama and create a fight, this is their plan. They're trying to get you riled up. They're trying to make you mad. They want a reaction. They want to make you, like, they're trying to get you to react in a negative emotion. That is why this is here. Okay, so this could be coming up for you, right? It's just, take it as a lesson. Someone's trying to get at you. Someone's trying to get you to react in a certain way. Take it as a lesson. Okay, it's coming up here. There's a family here that wants to fight you, or they want to get you caught up in a fight, or they want to make you fight, or they want to say that you're someone that likes to fight. Yo, if I tell you, okay, how non-confrontational I am, how non-confrontational I've always been, like if you are like me, shit, man, I'd rather hide. Like when I was in high school, when I was in middle school, I would rather hide in the bathroom than have to deal with any kind of confrontation. Okay? Like I was the kid that would get slammed in the lockers. I wasn't the one that was slamming people in the lockers. Just saying. Okay? Two of Wands. Yeah, they're planning this. And they keep coming out with the wands. It's these people that have all that energy and they want to fight you. Yeah, and they're going to say something about you being poor. Sorry, they're gonna be like, yeah, they were so poor and they're such a gold digger that they were so mad and jealous that someone else got money and not them, that they decided to ruin someone's life. No. Someone was poor. Someone got left out. Someone was pushed out. Someone was neglected. Someone was left to fend for themselves. And you want to know what they did? They grew like a flower. Okay? Yeah, what you did was let's just say I'm seeing it like a flower and soil. Okay. So you were just a seed in the ground, right? And there was a flower next to you, and you're watching your person constantly like put nutrients in the soil for that one and putting water in the soil for that one. And you're sitting over here like, can you water my plant, please? Okay. You didn't get mad and angry and go over there and say, I'm going to ruin your flower and I'm going to rip it out. And that's not what you did. You said, okay, you don't want to water my flower? You don't want to water me? Okay, that's fine. I'm going to go get my own water. I'm going to go get my own nutrients. I'm going to do it all by myself, but then it's mine. It's my flower. Okay? And I can be so proud of my flower when it grows that I grew that flower all by myself and I didn't have a helping hand helping me. And I wasn't sat over there like that other flower asking, oh, please water me. Like, at the end of the day, you maybe asked once or twice, it wasn't happening. Okay, fine. You don't want to help? Okay, watch this. And all of a sudden, boom, here you are, a flower, a blossoming flower, okay? What are they going to say about that? Yeah, this is the past. This is from the past. No matter what they say, if these are these hacked messages again, okay, they could be saying, oh yeah, this happened last week. No, this happened years ago, okay? Most likely, because that's what they love to do, right? They love to say things that happened years ago happened yesterday, basically. The moon, yeah, but they think that they can keep this a secret, right? This illusion. No, it's not an illusion, okay? It's not a secret. I don't know when they're going to realize that nothing they do stays hidden, but whatever. Okay, what's the Emperor? Yeah, this is what they're planning, Emperor. They're planning on going towards an Emperor here and saying something about your money, or saying something about a lot of money, or your career, or your financial stability, or your independence, or something about money, okay? That's what they're going to say. A King of Cups. A King of Cups? Who is this? Or someone's father? Maybe this is someone's father. Somebody is going to create an illusion here. A King of Cups is planning on creating an illusion here when it comes to some sort of stability or independence or money. Ooh, the Devil. Oh no, a contract maybe, okay? Or they're going to try and say that you're jealous. That you're jealous, right? The negative emotions. They're going to try and create an illusion about someone being jealous and angry and resentful and envious of someone's money, right? Yeah, that's what they're coming in with. Knight of Swords. That's a new plan of action here, okay? Yeah, I can't even make it up. They're going to say you're jealous of money. That's the plan. You're jealous because of money. You're jealous because somebody paid someone money. That's the new plan. Judgment. Yeah, got him. Got him. Okay. Yeah. Whatever. That's the plan. Take this as a lesson, guys. At some point, you just take the lesson standing up, right? These people don't change. And that's fine. Just leave them to it. They don't have to change if they don't want to. What's important is that you do, okay? And you work on yourself. Yeah, that's what's important here. So let's see. Closing words here for the collective, please. The Page of Pentacles. Yeah, Empress just flipped over too. The Five of Swords. I already know this. I already know that they're planning some deception. We already got that. Can you give me some closing words here for the collective, like uplifting words, please? Queen of Wands. No, it's her. They're going to say you're jealous of the Queen of Wands. Okay, basically. You're jealous of the Queen of Wands. That's what they're going to say. Yeah, that this person received the water and you didn't. That this person got their flower nutrients and you didn't. That's what they're gonna say. Okay, so like, yeah. Ace of Cups. That's the plan to make them look innocent. Oh, right, the alibi. Right, the alibi. This is their alibi, guys. This is their alibi. This is how they're trying to discredit you. Okay, basically. This is how they're trying to make you look like a bad person. This is how they're trying to make the Queen of Wands look innocent. If the Queen of Wands wants to look so wholesome and innocent, why doesn't she start healing herself? Okay, then maybe it would be believable. But just coming up with the next lie and the next slander and the next defamation and the next old shit, trying to make someone look bad and say this about them and that about them, man, just like Queen of Wands, just take some accountability, okay? Like, I pray for this person that they just maybe, instead of trying so fucking hard to look like they're innocent and nice, why don't they actually try and make the changes to be this way? Right? I'm just saying, it might get them farther than trying to look that way. Like, I don't know, 10 of Swords. Well, a message about a relationship. Yeah, okay. Queen of Swords again at the bottom. Yeah, some sort of a message when it comes to a betrayal in a relationship, and you felt so betrayed because someone didn't want to give you money. Okay, here we go. Oh man. Well, let's see who's involved in this for you, okay? Divine Feminine. A Pisces could be involved. A Libra, okay? Queen of Swords, Libra. You could be a Libra, or you could be a Pisces. A Sagittarius could be involved. Someone's husband. September and December could be significant. And November. September, November, December. Okay, so maybe something's coming up now, November, December here. Someone's brother could be involved, and a friend. Wow, we only have Pisces and Libra here. Interesting, okay. Oh, and an Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius, Libra, Pisces. Oh, and Sagittarius, okay. All right, guys, I hope this helps. Thanks for watching. Until next time, bye.